Welcome to Anno 1800. Start new game, sandbox, and now we can choose our portrait. I identify myself as Black Afro-American, and I wanna be pirate. Why not? And we can generate a name of this. Chang Wang. Yeah, this famous Afro-American pirate. Okay, and this game is really quite interesting because this game allows you to very deep simulation of planet economy. And if you played such game as Victoria Free or similar global strategy, in reality this game could be very interesting for you, but you need a little change settings here. Income generated by buildings we need set low, also inactive upkeep. It means even if we have some buildings and we not use this, we still must pay money for maintenance of this building, which is very realistic. And many people don't use this function inside this game, but that's really very smart idea to use. Construction cost refund. I think half material is absolutely fine, and we can pay money for relocation of buildings, which is technically not very realistic, but technically someone tried to move buildings sometimes in our history, so I mean that's fine. Turn off pirates completely because I don't like pirates in this game. They're incredibly boring, unrealistic, so kawaii guys. Competitors. George Smith, well, he look very familiar, very similar on me. Arthur Gasparov and Hugo something. I think this guy is communist, so I mean communism is interesting, right? Come on, let's try. And I think these traders is kind of unrealistic, you know, they give you a lot of items and over, so we just turn off them all. Well, our difficulty is not expert, but kind of similar as expert, so come on, let's start the game. Set sail. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da! Ta-da-da-da! Well, I think this is a very beautiful game, and I know they have now Anno Pax Romana or something like this, which I also consider a very beautiful game, but you know, I don't want to spend money on this. I mean, so we're playing more old version of game, and I don't see sense to buy technically more modern version because this is still super beautiful. It's like my video card cannot handle this anyway, so while I need to buy Pax Romana if my video card will not work anyway. And this is very interesting setting. This is 18th century. No, it's 19th century, and we need start to build our government, our whatever is this, and of course we need build roads and try to figure out where will be our city, where will be our industrial place. And I think we could build city at this point here because not exist a lot industrial places, I believe, and here maybe we could construct more industrial places. I don't know. Yeah, come on, let's try. And first strategy which I use when I start to play this game, that's very offensive, I must say, guys. I call this strategy Bangladesh. Yeah, man, that's probably offensive. Probably better not say this on YouTube, but who cares? So this strategy literally means that you're trying to construct as many as possible buildings of peasants and give them nothing, right? You just wanna have them as many as possible because they are paying you money. And this really look as Bangladesh, and meaning that you have super old population, which technically have very low quality of life, but I mean, they paying some taxes. And for construct any building in this game, you must have materials. So if you want to construct farm residence, like as I say, like these houses, I must have wood, like 2 points of wood. And for produce this timber, I must have forest, lumberjack hunt, and sawmill. And so lumberjack could produce this, and they will send the woods to sawmill, which will process sawmill into wood, like timber. And right now you can see in the left corner our all money, 24,000 and minus 20 balance maintenance. Well, as I say, we're playing very realistic difficulty, so we have this thing and we're spending on this, right? So let's try to construct our city. We build a marketplace for satisfying needs of our population, because in this game you must satisfy needs of your population manually with manual planet economy. So as you see, they say when we will have 50 farmers, we will be able to discover fish needs, and our population will be able to consume fish. So right now I think they paying zero money to us. Yeah, that's not very good of you guys. And as more we will satisfy them, we will win money, you know. Right now we not win nothing. People speak English there, but seems maybe this is some kind of British colony. I don't know what we're playing. And what is nice thing in this game that you could just copy your own districts and build them like this. Yeah. All right, we have a notch population and we discovered now fish. So our peasants now consuming fish, and they will pay money because they consuming fish. Yeah, let me show you this. As you can see, slowly fish satisfaction grows growing, it means that they start to consume fish. And more about, we discovered even work cloth already. But once we will completely satisfy them with fish, they will start to pay us money. And also you could see their population growing, because as more they consume, more big their population. I have 18 fish. Well, that fish will soon finish, so we need to build a fishery which will consume workforce 25 peasants and 40 money. That's a lot of money. But finally our fish satisfaction is reached 100%, and these peasants start to pay 1 coin for us. So let's look at our financial situation. We earn 25 coins, yeah, because of peasants, and we spending 80 coins. So our net balance minus 55. Well, wonderful, perfect. So what I say about a Bangladesh strategy, well, I literally means this. I need to save some wood and construct one small warehouse, because products must be delivered in somewhere, you know. Our wonderful pirate ship, which we could send everywhere where we wanna. And left corner you could see here's map, and we will just travel around the world and try to discover everything, you know, what islands exist and something like this. We discovered island of Artur Gasparov. That's nice of him that he's living this island. And we discovered also small islands, but it's not very interesting for us. This island, as you can see, have coal, by the way, and iron with copper. So maybe it could be potential target for conquest, but not now, for sure not now. So I don't need maybe wait a lot time. I can just construct more lumber camps. Yeah, especially because I have 10 timber more. So I choose small warehouse, build here, and click lumber hut. And I will probably construct 4 or 3 of them. Yeah, about 3 will be fine, I think. And after we construct 3 sawmills, because they will consume this and produce a lumber for us. And my total amount of money is 22,000, and they depleting super fast, especially if now minus 155 balance. But don't worry guys, this is all fine. And by the way, this game is really nice that you could just click at your fish, yeah, production, and we could not decide how much we produce fish and how much we consume. For example, you could see that we now consume less than 1 thing per minute, and we produce 2 fishes per minute. So you could see production is market blue. No, sorry. Production market green and consumption market blue. So we could see the one like consumption of fish super small. Well, this is small because I paused consumption of my fish. Oh my god. So you could click pause here and stop consumption of them if you think you don't have enough materials and you want to sell this product somewhere. So that's a lot option in this game what you can do. So let's construct also sheep farm. Sheep farm force you to build fields of sheep, and after you build place where they produce work cloth. Yeah. After you need to connect them to your storage, and by the way, storage must be connected towards your SIA port. Yep, that's it. And also keep in mind that exists such thing as fire, and fire could happen at any moment, so that will be not smart idea if I not have fire station. So probably I need to build at least 1 fire station here in middle, or it protect also a little port. Maybe not sure if it will work, but I can try to do it. So if happen fire, they will fight with this fire. Nice. And also by the way, peasants has happiness needs, which is not necessary for them, but this is increase their happiness. And by the way, they will pay money for this if you satisfy. So you could just build 1 pub and it will give you plus 1 additional coin. It costs about 10 wood, which is quite a lot of money for us for now, but I think we can do it. Yeah. By the way, in this game you also forced to select places strategically which you want to colonize, because after you colonize you need also have some ability to protect these places. And I see here quite big island, and what is attract me is prepper. And prepper is very important thing for production of conservated things, and also they have hops which can allow you to produce beer or champagne in this game, which is incredibly powerful thing as well. For that reason we wanna for sure this island, because we don't have fertile of hops in our main island. Exists only potato and grain. So yes, we need to construct here. It will cost us 10 wood, H steel, and 2,500, which is completely fine. We have all of these materials in our flagship, and after colonizing this island we could send this flagship, I don't know where we wanna, probably everywhere we wanna send this for continued discovering new islands. All right, look at this. We have finally wood for construct pub. We construct pub, and look at our money, minus 180, boom, minus 200. Yeah. That's not what I expected to see, to be honest. Oh my god, oh my god. Well, all right. All right, you can see it's minus 150 already. So this is pub satisfaction satisfy them, but we have not a lot peasants for, you know, for it to still be profitable. So we need definitely produce more farms. Oh, wonderful. As you can see, we could construct from blueprints, which is incredibly awesome. And you could see that we satisfy already their needs and they were paying even money for cloth. But what they can pay money more is schnapps, which will give free coins, by the way. And as you can see, they have happiness. And as more happy they are, less chance that they will protest against you and do some bad things, you know. But also what is happiness allow you? Happiness allow you to force them work a lot harder. So we could click adjust working conditions and, you know, destroy their working conditions. It will give minus 3 happiness to them. And also we could destroy working conditions of sawmill and it gives in total minus 10 happiness. But because this is peasants, they don't have a lot of requirements. So I think it's fine, right? Yeah, you could see we have very low pollution on our island. Well, because we don't started industrialization yet. We don't have fake news and we have peace and we have luxury. So they have plus 3 happiness. So they're happy. And it means that with this production increase, we will produce wood 2 times faster, or not maybe 2 times like, but 50% more faster, while consumes the same amount of wood as before. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. We will just have 2 times more timber. That's how it works. Also because I'm trying to save space and my money, I trying to construct everything super close to each other. And maybe it's not the most smart strategy in this game. So we construct potato farm and schnapps distillery, which will process potato and produce schnapps. And you may notice that we have a loading queue, so this is too much for this one small warehouse, so it means it cannot handle. So probably it will be a lot smart if I will just put my small house warehouse here, and in here I will just produce all agricultural buildings, you know. So let's relocate our field, I mean, yeah, and try to build field here. Wonderful. And our distillery as well probably need to relocate here. Why not? And connect all of this into one main road system. Maybe I could relocate even my farms here. Why not? Because there is super busy warehouse, so I hope it will help them to become less busy. All right, and we construct more districts of peasants and more districts of peasants, and as you could see, our minus balance start to disappear. Yes, finally we have positive balance for first time, and we have only 14,000, so we lost very a lot money. I mean, almost all money we lost. But okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We start get even quite noticeable income, 100 coins, so this is incredibly nice. We discovered George Smith, probably I don't know how to pronounce this right, and we have diplomacy in this game, so we could come to diplomacy and we have peace with these guys and we could offer them something. We could offer them trade, for example, and they say 0 chance, so they don't want to trade with us, but we could try to flatter them and probably it will help. Come on. All right, Arthur Gasparov like it that we flatter here, and we could flatter again and nothing happened. What? Ah, okay, something happened. And as you can see, and they say medium low, as more we try to flatter them, exists chance that we will get negative reaction. For example, we click more, minus 5 relationship. So he become annoyed that we say a lot of compliments to him. We could try to flatter this guy as well. Just click here. Okay, plus 1 relationship. So this game forces you to time talk with them. A request non-aggression pact. 5 hours. 5 hours non-aggression? Really? No, 5 hours of non-aggression. That's not for me. I'm not this type of peaceful person. Yeah. But anyway, just like I want to focus on development of my Iceland right now, and I don't want to for they go at war with me. Yeah. So that's simple. And as you could see, we already now have same consumption of fish as production of fish, and we have even no, forget about this, like this is completely fine, everything is fine. So as more peasants we have, they consume more and more and more, and in some point we will not be able to satisfy their needs, and we will need to construct more buildings for satisfy their consumption. So that's how it works, planet capitalistic economy here. And what we can do, we can click here to upgrade resident. It will cost us 4 wood, and they will be transferred from peasants towards workers. And as you can see, peasants paying us 7 coins and workers paying 14 coins for us, despite it's the same amount of people, 10 of them, and they consuming same resources as peasants right now, but they paying more money. For example, fish, as you can see, they paying 2 coins for fish, but peasants paying only 1 coin for fish. So as more developed your population, you could sell them more expensive products for more expensive amount of money, well, which is I think quite interesting. It's saying something literally like, okay, workers could buy fish for 2 coins, but peasants could buy only for 1 coins. Well, this is not very realistic maybe, but maybe in this game it means that they are going to markets and they buying more high quality fish, or like sellers try to sell them more high quality, or it's marketing. I don't know how it works, alright guys, but it is how it is. So we need just upgrade all our peasants into workers, because you could see we have enough workforce, and we have a lot of workforce of farmers, workforce of workers, and plus H, it means how many of them don't have job, and it's like just imbalance of workforce. So in this game you don't have any penalty if you have a lot of unemployed people, but you get penalty if you have a lot of people without jobs. And as you can see, our income growing very significant. Now it's almost 300, which is completely nice. And we can spy even on our artificial intellects, and we could see that this guy is developing a lot more fast than us. Yeah, because this is very hard difficulty on which I'm playing, and it's very hard to develop quickly. You see that they have already brick factories, and they start to produce a large scale of bricks for fuel their industrialization. So probably I need to try to do the same, but I don't have super lot of money. Yeah, but it seems I need to try to do it. And it's like you can of course run very fast towards industrialization and others, but at the same time it will decrease your incomes very significant, because industrialization costs a lot of money. So I think it's more reasonable to stay at this stage and just increase amount of population, like construct more buildings of peasants and just satisfy their needs and upgrade them towards workers. But don't start industrialization, because we can build already brick factories which will cost 10 for maintenance and 20 for maintenance of bricks, which is in reality not a lot. But if you look for example at steel, yeah, steel we don't have yet, but if you look at steel it will be hundreds. So we need definitely right now money. But because we have already workers, if we will give them sausages, as you can see, it will give us 4 coins. So we want to have for sure production of sausages, increase this production. But for construct these buildings we need bricks, and bricks we need produce. So despite I don't want to do it so early in the game, start our industrialization, we need to try to do it. And as you can see, here is already one in a disbalance. We need I mean clay producing every 30 seconds, but brick factories produce bricks only 1 time per minute. So for each of these for this clay hole we need have 2 bricks factories. That's how it works. Yeah, and this storage seems completely have an ability to process all of this crazy amount of wood which we deliver to them. So we build second warehouse, and we have 1 clay pit here. So let's maybe construct clay pit here, why not as well. Yeah, that's really a lot of investments. We spend I think 5,000 or something like this on all of this, but that's necessary. We need bricks. Whoops. And you can decide that we have demand 4 of schnapps per minute, and we're producing only 2 schnapps per minute. So this is literally saying that we need to construct more schnapps farms. Also we have same problem with cloth, and even same problem with fish. So we need more investments right now at these buildings. So let's do it. And we will lose really almost all of our money, to be honest, at this point. But well, they like that we produce potatoes. That's interesting. And as well, we need not forget about expansion of our wool farms and worker cloth things. And probably we could construct even 1 additional storage here, or decrease load on this storage, because I think that will be a lot. And we have minus 172 now. That's perfect. Now we're getting deficit of money, but if it's temporary, I think this deficit will disappear as satisfaction. Yeah, I guess so. And now I have opportunity to publish our first paper, and this guy is saying that he wanna help us or whatever, and he published something real news. For example, new company takes root, renovation boosts city appeal, like all our actions, and we have a lot deficit of money, and they say, oh, we in red, we're losing money. So, and we don't wanna freedom, right? We wanna consumerism. So we will create fake news by using our influence, which we're getting from amount of our population, and it says spend. It will increase 5% all profits which we generate from our population, which is incredibly a lot. Of course, that will be not good, in meaning that people will be unhappy with propaganda, but it will help us definitely solve our deficit problem. So yeah, that's worth it. 1 million % worth it. And our communistic friends start to produce already steel. Oh my god, look at this big factories with communistic slogans, flags, whatever it is. So this is become really dangerous. So we need to invest more money into industrialization, guys, but I don't have money yet for invest them. So yeah, as you see, I put really hard difficulty to me to play, and I don't need pirates in this, you know. Yeah. And our first stage of industrialization, it will be pigs. Yeah, we will construct pig farms, which is require about 5 farms different of pigs. And after we build slider house, which will produce sausages from pigs, but these sausages will give us good money, like 4 coins for each sausage. So that's a good investment, you know, that's smart investments. More our buildings, wonderful. We start to get finally some sustainable income, and we can start to produce even bread, which will give us about 4 coins. And bread require wheat, or more correct to say grain. So we construct grain farm here. Yeah, look at this amount of grain. That's nice. And also, as you could see, for flour mill, process flour every 50 seconds, and grain produce only 1 minute. So for each meal, we require to have 2 fields of grain. Or, you know, I don't like that this called grain. I would prefer to call it wheat. Yeah, not wheat. It's important point. So we're constructing now flour mill, and on each flour mill, we as well could construct up to 2 bakeries. But right now, I don't think we wanna maybe have 2 bakeries, because consumption of our bread is incredibly small, only potentially 1. So not has sense to more bakeries. So that's not necessary. But for this consumption start to grow, we need more workers. So we need more upgrades of peasants, but we start to get even deficit of farmer workforce. So it means we need also more farmers. Come on, let's do it, guys. So as you could see, growing demand require expansion of our city and etc, etc. So that's quite interesting to see this. And you could see these green lines in a street which saying cover of pub and market is decreasing as more far buildings. So we will require to build more of this in the future if we want to continue expansion our city. First fire in our city, but because our population is happy, we can mobilize additional fire squads for fight with fire. So they will come very soon and they will fight with this fire. Yeah, as you could see, they throwing this water out of steam thing. Yeah, and they fighting with fire. Yeah, that's kind of interesting to see this. And they fighting with this fire here. So yeah, fire problem solved, I guess so. And we can upgrade, for example, our small trading post, which will increase maximum amount of our materials which could lay on a storage up to 75 more. So now we'll have 150 of all materials, which is quite nice. And we have only 2000 left. Well, this is incredibly low amount of money. So right now I need probably a little calm down, you know, guys, and try to wait for get some money, because I could bankrupt. 2000 super little. And also talking about productivity, we can adjust working conditions and force our farmers to produce more potato for us. For we don't need to build so a lot potato farms, because they took very lot space on our small island, and I think it's absolutely worth it to just force them to work more and use this potato for produce even more schnapps, because we need more schnapps and we don't have a lot of possibilities, I guess. Yeah, and we can upgrade our small warehouses, which will increase their maintenance cost, but it's not necessary for now. So we could just more easy to construct 1 additional warehouse, and it will be more efficient from money perspective, you know. Arthur Gasparov offer you photographic quest. Okay, this game was look very realistic where I try to build economy, and now he offers me 13,000 money for photography. I mean, yes, I wanna take photo of lighthouse. All right. This look nice, guys. What do you think? Right? Can I take photo of this? Oh yeah, that's sound good. Submit photo. And yes, he pays us 13,000 for photo. Oh my god. Yeah, this is moment where game a little becomes strange. So for that reason, as you could see here in map, I have a lot of these stars, which means different quests. And when you took these quests, this really become quite unrealistic. So I will not took this money never. I just show you that this game has quests, but I will not do this quest because it's unrealistic, you know. We will rely only on our own money, which we generate from our population. That's it. And with this money, I think we can start our industrialization. And as you could see, we need iron mine, after we need charcoal kiln, and both of them will in total consume 100, because we need 2 of them. After we need furnace, which cost maintenance 100, and after we need steel works, which cost 200. So our positive balance of 500 will now completely disappear, because all of this money will go to maintenance of iron, coal, and others, you know. So we could start industrialization here, construct iron mine, construct charcoal, yes, here. And now we need to construct our furnace, which will melt iron from coal. And after we need to construct steel works, which will process steel from this iron, which we mentioned before. And now, as you could see, we have only 200 positive balance, which is a very noticeable difference right now, you know. And definitely I wanna save money on this, you know. Yeah, we need to build warehouse as well, which I completely forget. So, and this is really this place where I wanna adjust productivity. I will just say work as many as possible here, produce as many as possible iron, yeah, something like this. And also I will click here at our steel work. All right, this George Smith very disagree with us that we increase worker like hours, well, like decreasing their happiness. Well, this is capitalism. I'm sorry guys, but we need to do it, you know. That's not my guiltiness, that's how it works. So we increase also working condition on our steelworks, so it's gives us 50 more productivity, which decrease happiness of our population, but we will produce 2 points of steel barns every minute, which is incredibly good results for our early industrialized economy. Yeah, come on guys, we need to do it. And as well, it's very important to put fire station, because sometimes that could explode and we don't want to we lost all of these investments which we did earlier. Still have very a lot of wood because we're producing crazy amount of wood, so we could construct more peasant houses, or why not. And this which already exists here we can upgrade into workers. Yep, wonderful, which will increase our incomes. So what do you think guys now about this city? This city look not so bad. Of course our streets look kinda not very beauty, but well, that's fine. This is early industrialization. It's not look so bad as it could look bad, you know. And we have 500 positive balance. All right, that's nice, that's nice, very good guys, very good. And as you can see, workers require church, which will give them +7 happiness if we build so, and it will cost us 2500 to construct, maintenance only 50, which is absolutely fine, and it costs 25 bricks. And we will now construct our first beautiful church, if I would have space for this, but seems I don't have space. All right, so we will construct instead of there here church. Ta-da! Well, these communists hate us because we construct church. Well, whatever. Look at this beautiful church. It's so beautiful and so attractive, but the most important is give happiness. So now we have +19 happiness of workers, which means we can force our workers to work even harder. That's nice. And now we have ability to build rendering works and even soap factory, which will process fat of pigs into soap, and one additional small warehouse. Yeah, why not? And also will be not a bad idea if we will start to produce hop, because from hop we can produce beer. I think about 2 hop farms will be sufficient for start, or at least 1. And we need to produce this in our second island, because we don't have ability to produce this on our first island. And as you can see, we have immediately shortage of farmers, because not exist farmers on this island. This is completely uninhabitable island. So let's try to construct some farmers here. We need to build marketplace and couple farmhouses for their work on our hop farms. Also, it's important to increase productivity of our grain farms for 50 more productivity. Yeah, because they took super lot space on our island and we don't want to build a lot of these farms. And now we need to construct malt house, which will process wheat for prepare for beer, and after brewery for prepare beer itself. But for prepare beer we need a hop farm, which seems allocated not easily, and it's not rich storage, which we have here, trading post. I believe we need to construct about 2 or 3 of them, not only 1, right? So, and you can see in a storage they will start to deliver hops now, and it means we can took this hop from this island and deliver to our main island or produce beer from this. So we can just send our flagship and create trade route menu, like from Battalion to Bedcast. So we click here, we say we want to take hops and we want to deliver hops here, and that's it. And we said accept, and now our flagman ship will deliver these things. Of course, it's quite strange of way to use flagman ship because this is kind of military powerful ship, but we'll use them as trade ship because we already have this ship, and like why not? By the way, this game allows you to compare by economy your enemies, and economy in this game is literally means influence. So as more population you have, more influence you have, and as more high level of population you have, also you have more level of economy. So we have equal or even better economy already, which is quite nice, because a little minutes ago, like 1 hour or something like this, we had problems because we were not industrializing and they were industrializing, and now we kind of equal. Yeah, and maybe we need to construct maybe more peasants. Yeah, why not? A little more, expanding our city. And it's quite interesting to see that it's naturally appearing, because as more building which is more close to city center, the access more fast good. So if you want to upgrade, you force it to upgrade maybe something which is in center, not is outside. So it's naturally appearing that the most developed buildings will be in center of your city, where it's concentration of church and marketplaces, and at end of the city you will have less developed places, peasant houses and others, you know. Quite interesting, just detail, you know. Okay, we can construct malt house and brewery for start to produce our beer. And these communists not like us because we produce beer. Well, that's strange. Beer is, drink for workers. So I think he should like us because we produce beer. Not has sense that he hates us because of this. And this temporarily put us in deficit. Well, that is fine. This is absolutely fine because once we get beer, it will give 10 coins for 1 point of beer. So beer will be now the most expensive product which we could ever sell towards our workers. And also we need to construct one school if we want to get more workers, which I think is quite a good idea to do so. We can do it even now, I guess, somewhere here, I guess. Boom. And now we have a lot of children, which is happy, and it means we will get more workers. I don't know how population growing so far, so probably all of this is immigrants from other places. I don't know, guys. This is not has a reasonable explanation. And here we could put decorations. Trees, for example. Does it look smart to do trees in the middle of nothing? I mean, it's kind of green park, right? So that's fine. Oh my god. And we're in super deficit. And we have minus 80 balance. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. We need to solve this problem. I need temporarily cancel all of my lumberjack, cancel. Oh my god. I don't want to bankrupt. I almost bankrupted, to be honest. So we will just pause our steel production. And that's it. We have a lot of money. 65. Yeah, 65 not sound a lot, but I think we have humps. Yes, one hump really. We delivered one hump. That's not sound a lot. Come on, guys, why it's so slowly? Because you cannot deliver either. Oh my god, this is annoying. So we could click here and also increase their productivity, which will spoil mood of peasants. Well, that's not good. I don't want to spoil so a lot, like 13% more. Okay, that's fine, I guess so. Yeah, that will be more than a notch. So now we need to just wait until he deliver humps, and I think he delivered humps. Yes, so if we have humps, it means we have malt, and if we have malt, it means we have beer. Yeah, come on, guys, we start to produce beer. Nice, awesome, unbelievable. All right, we have first beer and we delivered it to storage, and you could see that we have already started to get a lot of money. 500. Oh my god, it's a lot of money. So we can unpause our steel factories and our maybe wood factories as well, because why we need this pause it so a lot. But maybe I don't need so a lot of wood now, so maybe I could just delete some of them. Yeah, why not? I don't need this anymore. We don't need so a lot of wood as before. Our production would decrease it. And we have positive balance of 500 per minute, which is incredibly nice. And we can finally upgrade our workhouses to artisan houses. And as you can see, the same situation as with peasants. You have 20 workers, and they give you 58 coins. And you look at them, and they give you 67 coins while consuming even less. Why less? Well, because they not consume, for example, fish or something like this. But for sausages, as you could see, we're getting 4 points in workers, and for sausages here we're getting 12 coins. So you see, as more developed your population, more expensive things you could sell to them, or they pay more high, or it's kind of inflation. I mean this is not very realistic part of this economy in this game, but similar situation happen in real life when you have same products which is cost just more money, and it's inflate your GDP, cost of living. But yeah, I'm just trying to find reasonable explanation that I'm saying sense, but maybe it not has a lot of sense what I'm saying. All right, and you probably think like we have a lot of space on this island, why we not construct nothing here? So maybe I can, for example, use my trade route of hump, and I could, for example, load wood like timber here and unload timber here. Well, that would be not a bad idea, I think, right? And with this timber we will construct buildings here, farm, houses and others. And in long term I hope it will start generate like profits, because you will see, because in this island we're just producing homes and we're not consuming a lot of products, so we're just losing 60 coins, which is not a lot of money to be honest, but still we're just losing. So let's try to develop one additional city on this island, and many artificial intellect already colonizing islands. Some of them have even 3 islands, and I wanna colonize one additional island as well, because I worry if someone will claim this island, and after we'll need to go at war for conquer this island back, and war is quite expensive because I don't have even big ships for wage war. So if we claim this island, that would be not bad idea. This island has fur, which is very important for future expansion, and also has copper and zinc, which is important materials for expansion in industrial way. For that reason I want to claim this island. Ship arrived here, and we can spend H steel and wood and 2500 for claim this island. And now we can send our ship back to deliver hops and woods, which it was doing before. Right, so now this island will be completely unuseful for me, because I don't want to spend maybe efforts to develop this island, but in the future that will be important. And because in Bataria Island they not produce potato, like it's impossible to produce, I need also to deliver schnapps towards this island, which I will produce on my island. Right, now we have balance only minus 20H in La Bataille, and it means it it's profitable, because this 20H, it's farms of homes, which we spent 20 and 20. So now officially this Iceland become profitable for us, and we have plus 1000 per 1 minute, I think. Yeah, that's impressive. That's really impressive. I'm just trying to maximize my money and try to build city, more artisan houses. And main reason why I want to do it, I want to build small harbor, selling shipyard, which costs $10,000. That's the reason why it's so expensive, like why I need money, and this is so expensive. We will try to produce sails, which is important, and from these sails we will produce ships. Finally we construct this sailing shipyard. Wonderful. So we can construct now small ships and even big ships, and it will require guns if we want a military ships, but that's not necessary for us. We could construct small ships. It will require 10 sails and 20 wood, which is quite a little, you know. So we could expand our production of sails here, just like this, and instead of using our very expensive and I mean very powerful flagship, what are you talking about, flagship, we can produce small ship, which will require upkeep only 15, which is incredibly little, and we will use this small ship for deliver products between our islands. And this small ship we can send towards America for expedition. I start to have riot. What is this? Oh my god, this is very weird, guys. Everyone was happy. What is going on? Why you don't like freedom? Right, whatever. Alright, I will just build more police stations and I hope we'll handle it. Oh my god, they spread their riots. Look at this. Now they rioting as well. Oh my god, that's annoying. Alright, our construction of ship finished, and we can construct our second ship if we wanna. Because one of the reasons why we can construct ship, because we can sell these ships. And by the way, we can publish newspaper. Oh, look at this. Shipyard built. Financial powerhouse. Well, that's nice. Riot spells trouble. Well, this I like articles, but this article about riots I don't like. So I just, yeah, just put out this. That's fine. What is this guy complains something about that? Alright, so this ship will now deliver these things, and we can edit our, and here we need edit our trade route. As you see, we need load. I don't know how much we need load here. 10, I don't know, 5, 10. Yeah, that will be, I guess, fine, because we have only 2 places in this place. I mean, if we add this ship, it has only 2 space cargo slots, not has 3 slots. So that'll be kind of as this, but maybe it's kind of risky, but I don't know. I don't have any option to do it. So, well, we will do it as we can, kind of as this, but in reality it's risky. So maybe I will put out the schnapps, and I better send one ship more for deliver schnapps, because if they will have super lot of schnapps in Iceland and they don't have space for took my Iceland, for took my schnapps, it means I will not be able to transfer hops. And if I not transfer hops, it will force me to lose so a lot of money that I don't want for it to happen for sure. And where is my flagman? Well, it's running away from me, I guess. This is I don't know where is my flagship. This is flagship. What are you doing? Come on, come back. That's weird. We almost arrived to this island, but whatever. We constructed one ship more, which costs us 15 upkeep, so we can also send this ship to this island from our main island, and we will just deliver schnapps. Yeah, and if we have super lot of schnapps in this island, nothing will happen. The ship will just transfer, like working with this island. What am I talking about? Sorry guys, I'm thinking about something and I'm not thinking good, you know. Alright, okay, we're doing fine, and I think we can even deliver sausages there because there exist workers, but maybe I don't want to do it. The schnapps will be a notch. That's fine. So our flagship is here. We need to prepare this flagship for expedition, and I think way how we can prepare it, we could just put more fish, maybe more schnapps, and that's it, and send to our expedition. Come on. Well, this really strange that we don't discover it yet new world, but that's fine. So we send our expedition, and we hope it will arrive successfully towards America, because we need to go to America for a very simple reason. We wanna consume Rome. I mean, not we, but our people. As you could see here, we will need to have Rome very soon, and Rome can be produced only in America. We cannot produce this in Europe. Unfortunately, for that reason, this expedition is necessary. Also about colonization of more islands, I have idea that maybe I want to colonize this island, which has nether deposits, and I think this is very important, because if I will be able to get this island, it means I will be able to create a very powerful weapon in late game, because nether is important for powerful weapon, you know. So we want to colonize this island as well. That will be super important for us. Also in this island we see that we have grape. I'm playing 2 hours in a row. Well, that's fine. In this island we can produce grape, but grape is impossible to produce almost anywhere, so this is very luxury island as well. And if I will have ability, I want to colonize this island as well, like claim, because grape, it's wine, and wine is incredibly luxury product which we will produce use for our people in the future. Constructed one more ship, and you may ask what to do with them, and I will tell you we need to sell this ship. So we send here towards Archibald. Also, I decide that some of our competitors start to produce very powerful guns. Yeah, and this is look very big. Yeah, artillery. So we need to start to construct also some guns, because if they will declare war on us, we will lose it. And as you can see, they offer me something for do, and they offer me a lot of money, 20,000. And of course, I will not do these quests. As I told you guys, I'm playing and I'm trying to for it to be realistic, you know. So I click weapon factory and I construct our first weapon factory, which will produce artillery guns and other things, you know. It will require some iron, but as far as I see, we have a lot of production of iron, so that's completely fine. Only what we don't have a lot in reality workforce, so we need to construct more worker houses and peasant houses. We don't have yet developed an economy at this point, because for example, you could check that for example 4 quartz, we will need 900 artisans, and for example for produce clipper, which is a big ship for transfer products, we need 700 of artisans. So we need to increase our population, and this means also increase peasants and workers. I can colonize this island, which will cost me 11 influence, but it's absolutely worth it, I think, because it has 4 and neater deposits. And yes, we have more ships here, and we need to send these ships also to Archibald. And once our ships arrive to Archibald, we will click sell ship, and he offers 2,500 for each small ship. And I remind you guys that produce this ship was cost almost nothing, so this is very profitable business for us for sure. Also, you can decide that we have, for example, green zone here, like, and it start to decline green zone here from market. And if we, for example, move, like, create paved streets, which will use our bricks up to this place, it will increase significantly radius affecting of our marketplace, and it will be full green, I think. Let me check this. Yeah, for example, I do this, and that's become, you see, it's become completely green. It's the same as others. So this helps to spread services and effects of different buildings, like fire stations, police stations, whatever you wanna, and even distance, maximum distance of deliver products to factories. So if we use these paved streets, and as you can see, these paved streets looks a lot of times more beauty than these ugly streets of nothing. But now we don't have so a lot of bricks, which I wanna to use in other projects. For that reason, I will not use these paved streets everywhere, just in some rare cases, you know. And by conquering this island, we will spend 14 influence, and we have 157 influence, like you could see, and we claimed this island. So you see, influence is we're getting from population, and we're spending this influence on different things, like as islands or ships. For example, military ships require also influence. So now we completely conquered all islands which I wanted and which we need technically for produce everything what we know we wanna, even in late game. So we don't have any point to go at war with no one, and we need just protect ourselves, and we will not go at war with no one, because we don't have any sense to go at war. We could develop our economy, we have all our resources which we needed. Okay, couple upgrades more, and we have more than enough artisans for unlock all ships. And as you can see, we have here ship clipper, which cost 3 times more expensive. I construct 2 times more, but this ship I think cost a lot more, not 2,000, maybe 10,000 or 10,000 or 5,000. I'm not sure, but it's really more profitable to produce these ships, I believe. For that reason, we wait until we have wood, and we will start to produce this ship. And also, by the way, my consumption of wood growing so fast that I was forced to increase amount of my wood production. That's quite interesting. Okay, some event happened in our expedition, and now we need to check what is going on here. A dynamite tree. Well, and they have option to do different things. Well, of course, this will be interesting to read this, but I don't care a lot about this, I must say. So we could see that if we will use crafting, we'll solve this problem a lot more high chance. And alright, seems we kinda solved this problem, but anyway, our moral fall. If moral fall to 0, it means we will completely lost everything and lost ship. So we will spend 1 fish and only -4 moral, and we continue our travel. So that's fine. During this expedition should happen several such events, and we're doing incredibly nice in our state here. And I think it's really good time to finally start probably produce windows, because yeah, why not? They require, of course, a lot bricks and others, but we can do it for sure. Why not? Okay, we construct window factory, which will produce window. That's it. And we now also construct 1 additional lumberjack, because for this factory start to work, we need to use lumberjack as well. And we need to create glass maker, which will produce sand mine and create glass. So sand maker, you need wood and beach, and glass maker should be here, kinda. Yeah, that's. In this island, I see we have opportunity to develop sausages, because we have already workers, and sausages could be really profitable, I guess. Only what we don't have bricks for construct slaughterhouses, and we need to ask these bricks. We have quite a lot of ships already, so we could ask our ship for deliver here bricks. So we click here and say we want to sell for you 2 bricks. Maybe Maybe we don't want a lot of bricks. We want to maybe like 10 bricks and deliver 10 bricks here. That's it, nothing more. One time delivery will be sufficient. Yeah, I have a lot small ships here, which I can sell each of them for $2,500, which is incredibly good. Like it's how much, 7,000 or more. Well, we have 50,000 already money. So problem with money seems kind of solved, which is really very nice because we need a lot of money for continued construction of many things. For example, this factory of glass and over will cost a lot for us. Yeah, as you can see, we spent already 7,000. Just immediately this money which we won from selling ships, we spent on construction of glass makers. An expedition require attention. Let's see what is going on. Mountain map. Sailor first mountain without map. Alright, so we have several options. Retrace your tracks or 15 chance navigation. Traverse the mountain on your own. Well, that sounds very risky, but let's try to do it. Your navigation do it without a guide. Oh, wonderful. So we're not lost any even moral. Alright, so we could provide extra rations like schnapps, which we have. It will decrease only -4 moral and our expedition continues. And by the way, we're constructing right now a clipper, first big ship. I'm really willing to see how much it will cost to sell. Oh, look at this. This is incredibly big ship. Let's check this. I'm not sure. Maybe I think I can press F1. Yeah, and now you could see this ship. Oh my god, that should look incredibly good. Really, I must say it's beautiful. And you can see it has 4 places, 1, 2, 3, 4 for deliver products, not 2. So I expect that we will get good money for this ship. Let me check. Let's deliver this ship here for try to sell it. And all our ships which we will create, I wanna send here as well as we were doing with small ships. So the same as we were doing with other things. I wanna increase productivity of glass factories, plus 50 productivity more. And I think I will have still a notch production of glass with this. Let me check. Yeah, even with plus 50% of window factory, I will have still a notch glass for them. Wonderful. Of course, sometimes for increased industrialization, I build even 2 or 3 factories of glass for construct as many as possible buildings, but that's think quite expensive. Like we have very big positive balance, and I think we don't need to spend all of this. We will be rational with our spendings on money. And one thing where we could invest this windows is create sewing machinery factory, which require windows and will require $50 for maintenance. This is crazy, but this will produce very lot of sewing machines, and more of that we could sell at the sewing machines even towards like artificial intellect to over characters, and we could win money from this. So we could become even export oriented economy. But usually I not like to do it because it's temporarily, so I prefer for focus on our own production, you know. So let's build 1 furnace here, and I think 1 iron mine could nope. So we need also increase productivity of our iron mine, that for sure, for increased potential raw ore. Okay, now it will be 6 and 6 production, 6 consumption per minute. Also we should not forget about coal, but we have already 1 coal here, which is completely fine. I was told that it was completely fine, but now I think no, it's not fine. That's weird. Because this is coal mine. Oh my god. Yes, we can finally start to use our over Iceland for some profits. We have here coal mine, as you could see, and coal mine produce a lot more coal. Like you could see every 15 seconds 1 coal. It's a lot more than others, so we can start to export from this Iceland. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking with this voice. Sorry. Yeah, let me explain. We need to build, of course, warehouse here. That will be important thing. And once we build warehouse, we can adjust something in our roads of ships. I think he already successfully delivered, I believe. Then no, he not delivered yet. Okay, we have again something with expedition. What is going on here? Rogers share merchant ship. Helpers merchant ship begging is being pillaged by pirates. Well, we could just fire to them. Yeah, we have cannons. Fire pirates. Reward discovery. Oh my god, with this 20 gold. That's a lot. We need to accept this for sure. What we took instead of 20 gold. I could throw away, I think, maybe my timber. Yeah, we don't need timber. We could take this and consume fish. All right, and continue our travel towards America. And by the way, while I was talking all of those about this, we have here brick. Brick finally arrived for construct our slaughterhouse. Yep, and I can switch something here. I could delete bricks and say to them that they should took from this Iceland, not bricks. They should load here coal. Yeah, we have already 1 coal, and send coal towards my Iceland. So we finally will create now something useful for this Iceland, because we don't have coal mines on our own Iceland. And here we have that. That's nice. We could increase even maybe productivity of this place, which will decrease happiness of workers, but I guess it's fine. All right, so let's construct also slaughterhouse. Nice. I think we're doing really good. It will generate 6 coal per minute, which will be more than sufficient for satisfy our coal needs on our main island. And once we have here furnace, we can construct finally our sewing machine factory. Well, I know, guys, I just enjoy how building looks in this game, because developers put so a lot of time on create historical accurate buildings. So it's not just random buildings or something like this, it's real sewing factory which will exist, and they try to create buildings which is inspired by this, you know. And that's really what is very enjoyable, because it's create additional deep for game, because while you're playing, for example, Victoria 3, it's just factories, and in map you don't see these factories, it's not exist there, right? 3D models. But in this game you have these 3D models, and you could see this, for example, steel works, and you could see how steel exit from this place, and it's kind of, I think, enjoyable to see and very entertaining, you know, entertaining. This is what I like from Anno 1800. And you could check this, guys, that we consume so a lot of money on saving machines in hours that we even in minus. I mean, this is crazy, minus 500 upkeep. I mean, this is expensive to maintain, you know, saving factory, but well, that will be worth it, because they will pay 12 coins for each of this, which is incredibly a lot of money. Oh my god, I think our expedition finally arrived to America. All right, yes, we discovered this new region, discovered America. Well, now we need to find big island on America and colonize it, because a small big island is better, you know. So let's search, and we have ability to send expedition to our place, zoological expedition. Well, I guess we don't need it. So that's fine. So now we have two regions. First region is old world, and over second region is America. As you can see, this is America jungles. Oh my god, that's incredible. I love America. It looks so attractive towards our colonial eyes. And look at this. This is so beautiful beach. This is so attractive. This is so unrealistic attractive. Yeah, whatever. So we could produce here cotton, coffee, tobacco, and coca. And I think this is really good island, because they have even 14 oil, oh my god, and 2 gold deposits. Well, that's really very nice. And what about this? Okay, here we could see banana, plantain fertility. It's different from platanos and bananas, but in reality it's similar. So as far as I know about this game, we need to have corn. For sure, we need to have coffee and plantanas. So probably we really arrived maybe first in America, so we can spend time to discover more islands and not colonize, you know, the first island. But maybe we cannot colonize because we don't have now materials. Oh yes, we don't have materials. I forget to catch materials. But that's fine. Now we need to send our ship, I guess, from this region, from America towards Europe. And America is here, as you can see, and Europe is here. That's, by the way, our clippers arrived towards Archibald, and we can sell these clippers. Okay, he offers 7.5 thousand. Oh my god, this is crazy amount of money. Of course, took it all. Yeah, we now have 60,000. Oh my god, these ships is something. It's incredible. It's so incredible. Yeah, I love it. 100% I love it. So let's produce more clippers. Why not? I guess it's fine. Settled Iceland in New World. What? Seems someone settled it. Oh my god. So artificial intellect already arrived in America. Well, I was hoping it will be a little more easy to play, to be honest, but seems it's not so easy to play. This artificial intellect is incredible fast. They colonize, they build. Oh yeah. Alright, so if I want to construct, I need 8 steel and 10 lumber. And I don't have 8 steel and 10 lumber, so yes, I need to go back to towards Europe, right? I need to go to Europe. Or maybe I don't need to go to Europe. I could just spend time to discover islands here and send clipper from Europe towards here. Once one clipper I finish to build, I will have 2 resources and send this clipper. Alright, fine. Start to construct prepper farms, because they are necessary for produce cannery, which is required by artisans. I will produce 3 of them, because I calculated that I think 2 of them will be not sufficient for my goals, and 1 will be sufficient. Oh, sorry, 1 will be insufficient either, so I just construct 3 of them, and I think that will be fine. And we will need also create 1 trade route from this island towards our main island. And I think it's not has a lot of sense that we deliver steel wood towards this island, and we need to start to prepper from this island and deliver to our main island prepper. And about wood, I think I can start to produce wood myself on our island, I mean. And for not wait clippers more, I don't know, maybe. Okay, my clipper are almost ready, so I have 1 small ship here, which I can sell, because maybe I don't need this small ship. Why I need this ship? Yeah, why not? And sell it. Okay, I create this clipper, and I will put free, how to say this, free sockets. I don't know how you call it. I don't know, a resource socket. I don't know how to call it this place. So I will put 150 timber and 16 steel beams, which will be sufficient for colonize 2 islands. Yeah, I see many computers now go to New World and deconstruct there. That's annoying. Oh my god, he colonized very good island, which I wanted to colonize. But he have sugar there, but he don't have bananas. So this is not so terrible. Yeah, I complain as a small child, you know. Okay, so I don't think that here will be a lot of big islands, but we could check here. So it's not so a lot in reality good islands as I see now. And about sugar, oh my god, I don't see any sugar places. This is really was only one island where was sugar. Oh my god, we will have war for this island. Yes, and here was also one island with sugar, and they colonized it also. Oh my god, if I not find one island with sugar, that means we will need to go to war, because I cannot live without sugar. Because I need sugar for produce rum. This was the point to go to America for produce rum. If I cannot produce rum, that's pointless. Well, now I feel myself as Germany in, you know, like when Spanish and others colonized America, and after Germans like, we want to colonize also, but that's late. You just needed to do it before. All right, okay, that's annoying. So I could do the same as Germans did. I could just start to build military ships and declare war. Yeah, I mean, this is funny that, yeah, that's really funny to think about this. So right now we need just focus on increase our production and everything, so we don't need to worry of nothing. Okay, I can produce cannery, which is incredibly nice factory here, and artisan kitchen as well, and they will require as well to build towards them red pepper farm, but red pepper farm, cattle farm, which means cows and other things like this, you know. And I can produce cows definitely on this island without any problem. This is fine. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find space for my cattle. Okay, seems this was the best idea, was better built as this. All right, fine. So this game is about also efficient space allocation, and many players spend many months, maybe weeks, to try to find the best allocation and over. But I'm not trying to do always the best. Sometimes I just trying to maybe do what is kind of cheap thing, you know. So I can increase my productivity of kitchen as well, and check how much it will consume. Yeah, see that it will produce about 1 per minute, and it will consume less than 1 per minute, which is fine, absolutely. Cannery, yes. So once prepper will arrive, and I think prepper already arrived, to be honest. So what I forget to build here, warehouse. Yeah, without warehouse, all of this will not work. So you see, this is cannery factory, and you can decide that this is meat, right? I think there is some prepper, probably dry prepper. So they're trying to create really very nice buildings, which enjoyable to see. And you really, you know, guys, I really kind of upset with the situation that I don't have a lot of American islands, and I see here also not exist sugar. So probably exist one big island here in Soch. If I not discover any big island in Soch with sugar, it means it will be war. Finally, I have enough guns for construct a ship of line. It will took 12 minutes to construct this ship. They will have 30 guns on this one ship. Well, I don't know how much it will have, but it's really powerful. Naval power 50. It will be very impressive. I think the name of this ship is Linker, no? Ship of line. All right, ship of line, but whatever. I don't know if I want to sell this ship. Maybe I want to sell because it costs 175. All right, we have one fire in lumber, mail, and we need construct fireplace for fighting fire. How in campfire, I mean, how in lumberjack hut could start fire? It's so rare situation, but well, that's happening. And as you can see, we already have kind of industrialized world. Like we have quite beautiful city here. I think this game had photo mod or something like this in past, at least. I just not remember how to enter there. Okay, F1. So you see, we're constructing here our wonderful village. Here we have quite a mess with industrialization. Well, here is definitely our heart of industrialization with a lot of metal works, steel works, and here we have a lot of our wheat farms, cattle farms, which produce a lot of food and over. Well, that's quite strange that you have so lot of workers in agricultural farms. This is kind of unrealistic, but you know, this is game, so not expect so a lot of realism from game, right? Oh, look at this, what is I found in Soch. It's already one island which is colonized, and there is second island. So these guys colonized 2 islands together. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. This is not normal. So since I don't have any other option, I will need to go at war for conquer these islands. Otherwise, I don't have sugar. I don't have sugar, I don't have money, I cannot do nothing. So yeah, we will have colonial war for sugar. Whatever. So we produce right now only one, I think, gun. Yes. We can, how much? Yeah, our workers really very upset right now. We cannot maybe increase more productivity of their work. Fine, whatever you wanna, guys. So first we need to check how much we produce of iron, and we produce 6 of them and we consume only 5. So we will construct definitely one factory more, and it will mean that we will produce. Yeah, it's not even 6. So I think if I will construct even one more, it will be 6, no? I guess so, no? Alright, this is close to 6. Alright, wonderful. So we increase our production now already 3 times, from 1 factory now to 2 factories more, and we have in total 3 factories which produce guns, and we need to do it, right? Yeah, we don't have any other choice. What I'm gonna do with this? Well, I have planned to, okay, probably I have one clipper which I don't need, so I will probably sell this clipper. So let's check with who we will go at war. We will go at war with this, probably we need to just go to diplomacy, right, and check who has more military. Okay, this yellow guy has 67 military, which is crazy. This is unbelievable a lot. This has 47 and this has 43. All right, so we want to go at war probably at our purple guy Gasparov. It's a lot more reasonable go at war with him. He don't have so a lot powerful military as yellow has, but as far as I see, he don't have a lot military in America. Yeah, I mean, like, look at this. This is just Iceland, like colony, and yeah, nothing, any protection. You could come and conquer this, you know, any moment when you wish. Oh, wait a moment. Look at this Iceland. We have bananas, we have sugar, we have corn. Oh my god. All right, guys, I wanted to go to war, but seems now I don't not have sense for I go at war. I could colonize 2 of these islands and have cotton, coffee, and others. Okay, fine. War finished. War cancelled. We not go at war. All right, and our flagship we will send back to our capital because we don't need this here for sure. Not has any sense. Oh my god, so I want to settle this island because has banana, has sugar, has corn. Of course we will need something for cotton, but cotton will have very close island here which we can use technically without any problem. All right, our ship arrived into America, and now we need to colonize this island with sugar. It will be super important for us. Well, sometimes we have some conflicts with these guys. We have minus, like, we have 43 relationships, so technically it's a chance that he can declare war on us at some point. This guy with 50 probably will not declare war. Communist seems also quite fine with us. So only this black guy, George Smith, which is the same guy as us. Like, it's our brother probably. Well, yeah, he could declare war on us, I think, in the future. And we have economy smaller than him, or no, we have bigger economy than him. Look at this, we have 12 economy, he has only 10. And look at these guys, we have 12 and 11, all right, 12 and 11. We have very little military because we not invested money on this, but that's fine. Until we don't have war, it's not a problem. It's more smart to invest money inside economy, you know. He offer us trade rights and he demand trade rights. Well, that's wonderful. It will improve our relationship. I think that's a smart idea. We don't want to have a lot of war. All right, he don't like that we start trade with him. All right, fine. But trade rights is absolutely fine because even with trade rights, we could declare war when we want. So this is not a problem at all. Oh, we spoiled the reputation with this guy. -5. Well, please don't declare me war, guys. We constructed our ship of line. Just look at this monster. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this amount of guns. This is unbelievable. The maintain of this ship cost 250 coins. This is unbelievable. But by the way, we need 8 more guns and we will able to construct second such ship. I think about 2 or 3 ships like this and we can go at war with someone. I see that a blue guy which is in good relationship with us, he don't even in America yet, so I not consider him as competitor, you know. I consider him as quite backward guy, so I don't feel scary. And I feel maybe scary more of Gasparov and this yellow guy, George Smith. Oh my god, he constructs ships even in America. Oh my god, he's developing super quickly. Oh my god, this guy is crazy, unbelievable. Yeah. So main problem that these artificial intellects are incredibly powerful, you know. They're getting some bonuses for a reason, they develop very fast. But at some point they stop to develop so quickly, so I think we can win this game. We start construction of second ship of line and we have already 49 windows, which means we can very soon construct theater, which will give +6 coins and +6 as well happiness, and it will require very little maintenance, only 100 maintenance, which is incredibly cheap maintenance, you know. Our ship finally arrived to America, and we can create our first island, whatever is this even, no sir. And by the way, why we took so lot of wood? Well, maybe it's fine, but I wanted to pack my steel beams because it's necessary for me. And I believe I want to colonize this island, which has caoutchouc, fertility, and as well it has coffee. And this island don't have coffee and caoutchouc, so that would be nice. Oh my god, he conquered one settlement more. Conquered already 3 islands in New World. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. But at the same time, I need cotton, so this is problem. I cannot afford myself to colonize so a lot islands, but I don't know what I need to choose. But it seems I need to choose some of this. Or maybe I need to colonize this island, but it's not has coffee. Well, maybe without coffee, maybe without coffee. But coffee I need. I don't know, guys, what to colonize. I need to colonize all of this, to be honest. Okay, so I will colonize. Okay, not has sense where I go to this island because it not has cotton, but it has caoutchouc. And I think cotton more important than caoutchouc because as far I remember, if we will come to our old world for produce fur, we need cotton mill. So without cotton, we cannot produce fur coats, and we need cotton for sure. But also caoutchouc, we need also caoutchouc. So it's quite problematic thing. But all right, let's colonize this island as well. We're not building nothing yet on these islands because I don't need to build this, I guess. But we will have both of them here. But at the same time, I think, you know, I need caoutchouc. You know, I need caoutchouc. I want a caoutchouc. So it seems I need more steel beams because I need colonize 3 islands. So I send back this into my old world, and I hope no one will colonize this island, but exists a lot of chance that someone will colonize it when I will arrive here, so that's fine. Because we have more influence right now, we can add more things into newspaper. For example, we could do propaganda or spending on income, and we could put plus 10%, and also we could put plus 5% more, and this will be incredibly powerful bonuses, I must say. And also we could decrease consumption, but we don't need this for sure now, but in the future maybe, why not? So it will give plus 15% more incomes, and you will see it's immediately increased very a lot. We had about 400 maybe, and now we have 1.6 thousand, which is crazy amount of income. And by the way, what I not told you before, that you could sell and buy your item, I mean your island, and you could see share value here. For example, if you come to our big island, anyone can buy this, and we could sell for 26,000. But when they buy, they must pay 2 times more, so they will pay 50,000 if they want to buy it. But we could sell ourselves to Queen, for example, for 26,000. So if we will not have enough money, we could just sell this part of Iceland, and that's it. Money, and meaning that we need more money for ship offline, because each of the ship costs 250 upkeep, and this is very a lot. And right now, if we will go to attack, for example, someone, one such big ship will definitely be not sufficient. It will be destroyed because these guns, artillery guns on Iceland, is incredibly powerful. For example, we could see here that military power of this is 50, like damage 150 per second, 50 damage per second. And here you could see damage per second 52, but it has only 4,000 health, and this thing has 9,000 health. So for destroy one Iceland with just this basic gun, you need 2 of these ships. And if you look at these guys already, they have not just one object of this with ship, right? They have a lot more. They have here guns, here guns. So for conquer such Iceland, you need maybe 6 ships offline, and maybe some of the ships even will be destroyed. So you could imagine that 5 ships as this, it will cost in maintenance more than 1,000. So we need we need build big fleet after we can attack. Without this, we can't do it. And I think I could spend some time to develop our islands, build some colonies here. So I decided to develop this island, Abaha, and we have here cotton plantation, which produce cotton. And it's quite funny that we are technically seems British, and once we arrive towards America, we become Spanish. Well, that's funny, but whatever. So cotton mill process cotton into cotton fabric, which we can later use for produce fur coats. And here is also sawmill for produce timber. In our second island, we have a lot better development. We produce now sugar here, and after we process this sugar into rum, also we have bananas, which is plantas, or like it's a little different than bananas, but technically it's bananas, you know. And they fried them with fish oil into fried plantains. Also we producing now ponchos, that typical cloth, you know, from alpaca. Alpacas is here. If you're wondering where alpaca is here. And all of this development allow us to maintain some kind of amount of population on this island. And more of that, I believe very soon we can maybe increase our population of this and upgrade them. Like this is kind of peasants of America. They are very poor, but it's kind of fine, not big deal. So our development in America, of course, less successful than in Europe for sure, but our incomes is quite big, 1.5 2.8,000. Here I see in East Iceland we can start to hunt on animals for produce food. We have 50 labor force free from every class, like workers, artisans, and even engineers. It's happened because I think we have a lot of propaganda in our newspaper or something like this. I'm not sure how it works. So now I could put about 4 of them hunting cabin, like 1 here, 2 here, 3, maybe even 4, you know, for have excessive amount of food, for guarantee that we will have more than enough food to satisfy our quartz food industry. All right, now we need to connect all of these roads and connect this V-fort on this island, and it will work perfectly. Well, from perspective of design of these buildings, well, they look quite interesting. Like it's a rural house, you know, with some animals here. You could even see that they are preparing food here, which is I think very nice. And technically we will have one problem, that we don't have a lot small ships for deliver all of this food. So maybe now I'm thinking about reform of my ship roads. For example, we have here 2 ships which transfer coal, schnapps and over, and I think we can, instead of this, send 1 clipper towards this island. Let's do it. So we put here our clipper, which not doing nothing, and we say to this clipper that we wanna for you bring schnapps. Also what we wanna is let me check what we wanna for he load prepper and load hops from this island. So this is all trade road we could destroy, and here we could say towards do it. We wanna load prepper, we wanna load hops, and we need to deliver this on our big island. And let's start. So now instead of use 2 small ships, we'll use 1 big ship, and these small ships we can deliver here and start to use them for new trade road. So create 1 new trade road from this far island where we start to produce food, and we send them that we wanna for you deliver food towards us. Very simple road, nothing special, but I'm not sure if I select correct island. Yeah, I think this is correct island. So they will start to produce soon food. We have even 10 workforce surplus, so we could construct in reality 5 hunting cabins, so it will produce excessive amount of food. And I think ship which I want to use for transfer products from America towards Europe, it will be my flagship, which has guns, and I think this is not bad idea to have say 1 ship with guns, you know, for transfer products. So we will create trade road from New World. He will go into 2 places in America and will arrive to our capital in Europe. So what he will gonna do in Tarakchupas, well, that's hard name. He will collect here Rome, and in Abaja he will collect cotton fabric, and after he will come to New World and he will just deliver these products. That's it, nothing else. Of course maybe 50 will be not sufficient, but let me think, maybe only deliver 50 at once. It will be not sufficient because we will consume very a lot, I think Rome for sure. So about cotton I'm not sure yet, maybe cotton is fine, but amount of Rome, yeah, we'll consume a crazy amount of Rome because we have workers who consume this, artisans who consume, and even engineers who will consume Rome, I think. So we need to collect more Rome. It will be 100 Rome from Takarchuepas. Sorry guys. Yeah, our 3rd military ship of line is ready, and we have quite big fleet already, 3 ships, you know, but it's insufficient anyway for start war with anyone. So we want to have as many as possible ships or have superiority in guns and everything, you know. And I feel like I will construct these ships until I have money, and I will have money for a lot of time. So I believe that I don't know how to say it. We will construct maybe 4 ships more. So for in total we have 7 ships, 7 ship of line. And I think my enemies, let's say my enemies, my friends, my business partners, potential has some ships, but they don't have even 1 ship of line. As you see here, they have relatively small ships because they're not preparing for war with no one, and I think this is kinda a mistake, you know. You always, like, you know, this is I think very ancient or Latin proverb, like if you want a peace, prepare to war, right, or something like this. So this is definitely what they are doing mistake, because they don't have military ships. They have some defense, well, yeah, but how they supposed to have superiority on a fleet if they need to deliver products from America, you know? So probably they will not have any ability to do it. So for that reason, very soon we will see if my ships of line will give us superiority or not. And I think we can rename our islands because we have this option in the game. So we will rename them into capital for just now, you know, this is capital. Hunt Iceland, where we hunting. Beer lands, where we produce a lot amount of hops for our beer. And I think this will be Wine Iceland. I mean, it's quite strange that I trying to rename every island with word Iceland. Well, this is obvious that this is Iceland, but whatever. And in America, we will rename them as well, this islands. This island will be Rome, or we could try to do some Spanish, I don't know, floor for this, La Rome. But I think La Rome is wrong, but who cares? And a Baja, well, that sounds weird. Cotton fields. Yeah, that sounds nice. You know, I know for sure like what exactly here and what we are doing here. And by the way, I have one ship which arrived here, and I wanted to colonize here Iceland, but I still not sure what Iceland I wanted to colonize. I think this, because this island has 15 oil, but this has 1 gold. And I think gold is it's not bad idea to have gold, because first main reason why I want to colonize this island is because it has caoutchouc. And once I colonize this island, I want to colonize this island as well, which is in left from them, which has nothing, which is interesting for me because I have already the tobacco cow. But this island has 2 gold and 14 oil fields. So, you know, for future, that will be not bad, I think. On our cotton fields island, we need to start to construct as well district of our Latin American peasants. I mean, why Latin Americans? Because obviously, guys, I think in this game, they mean Latin Americans. They not mean North Americans, indigenous people. Yeah, that's the reason why there's Spanish language. So we need more workers on this island for produce more cotton. One problem in this island that we don't have bananas, which means if we wanna for our peasants be satisfied, we need to deliver these bananas from like this island, La Rome. For that reason, come on guys, that's weird. I will just rename in Ram Island because I don't want to call this La Rome. That's annoying. And in Ram Island, we can finally upgrade our peasants into more developed people. Obrera, wonderful. As you can see, this is Obrera, has very rich houses. I mean, quite noticeable and quite good. And reason why it's such big difference, because an original game without DLC, which I'm playing right now, you don't have more type of class in Latin America. It is only Obrera and peasants, right? For that reason, their houses look so good, because this is technically maximum level which you could get. I mean, so we could have this Obrera. For they start to give us same cost, because it's the same as in Evo. More high level of people consume same products, but they're paying more money for this. In bananas, they're paying almost 2 times more money for bananas. So you could see Rome Island already have net balance plus 440. So this island alone give us 400. Just, oh my god, that is crazy amount of this. And for satisfy our European demand on Rome, we definitely need to produce a lot of this Rome, which we're not producing yet. So let's accelerate our production of Rome. As well, maybe we could think about increase productivity of this, like plus 50% for Rome. And I mean, mostly I'm doing this for, sorry, it's not Rome, it's sugar. I'm doing this literally because I wanna to have less space possible. For that reason, all farms always I prefer to have maximum productivity despite the spoiled mood, better spoiled mood, you know, than have troubles with everything. So, and we could even click inside this game at statistics, and we could click all islands, and we could see how much in total all our population consume and supply. So we produce only 2 and potential 4, and we will consume 4. So in reality, for satisfy for sure Europe and America in the future, we need to have more. And especially I refer about one additional, I think, sugar plantation and 1 additional rum distillery factory for satisfy. Also, as you could decide, we have clay deposit here, and because of Obrera, we can to produce bricks in America right now, and we could even start to produce ships in America if we want to. So, but in my opinion, this is kind of unnecessary thing. We're colonizing our 3rd island in America, which will have name Caoutchouc Island, and as well, we want to colonize 1 additional island here. It'll be our last island, which look incredibly beautiful. You could see these wonderful rivers in the jungles. I think it's really kind of very beautiful place. But more importantly, it has 14 oil fields, which I think in the future will be very handy for us. And it means we will control 4 islands in America, which means we technically will be the most big American empire. So both sides. Our diplomacy look right now not super bad, but we have not very good relationship with a couple of these guys. For that reason, I'm kind of scary about if they will declare war on me. But I already have 3 or 4 line ships, so I don't feel at all scary. And our economy is pretty equal right now. For that reason, we don't need to feel scary for this. We have very beautiful theater, which give us good incomes, but we don't have hospital. And if we have artisans in this game, you start to have 1 additional mechanic as diseases, plagues. For that reason, we need to construct 1 hospital, and it must be in city center, the most reasonable thing. I think I will construct this somewhere here. Fit absolutely perfectly into city landscape. Question if we want to put as this or as this. So I think this is kind of main plaza where we have additional space, and this main plaza will go into theater. So right now this is look very awesome. Our city center, we have a church in front of theater. Well, this is very weird, but whatever. And we have also hospital. Maybe I wanna improve our roads, not just for efficiency, but just for decoration, you know, because why we live in such bad place if we can live in a beauty place? We have some bricks for this, so we will improve our city center at least. I finished my decoration of city center. Look at this, guys. I think that will be very nice. We have powered roads all in bricks, as you can see here, which look incredibly awesome. And sorry for move fast, my fingers make this mouse moving fast. So, and as you can see, it's not a lot of money we spent on this, maybe 50, 60, 70, something like this bricks, but our city center look a lot times more better. It's look finally as something civilized, something very European, let's say this, you know. This is no longer peasants, this is beauty city center. But if we go a little more far, well, yes, we still have peasants, and peasants is majority of our population, but you know, yeah, the most rich people will live in city center, right? So that's fine. Equality was not invented in 19th century, right? I mean, Karl Marx kind of was invented, but whatever. And as you can see, progressively, as more islands you colonize, more and more influence it costs to colonize one additional island. So if I will colonize this island, it will cost me 34 influence, which is crazy amount of influence. Just unbelievable, to be honest. All right, I found how we're getting bonuses of land for workforce. For example, you could see Iceland workforce last 50. It's saying because we spent 113 already influence on different islands. For that reason, we get this bonus. And if we will spend 150, we will get 100 work for Iceland. Like each type of workforce free. So we don't need construct any buildings. It will be just as this. And as well, we will have here, like for example, trade, which increase movement speed of ships. But also we will have military, which will increase attack speed if we do it. So, but this require a lot of investments. Right now, we have only 12 investments. So it's very long way to go. And as you could see, newspaper efficiency, like how much money additional we get or how much we spend our propaganda. As more we spend, more efficient we are. And as far you remember, hope we spend a lot of money on propaganda to create fake news. And as more we create fake news, more efficient our fake news become. But at the same time, it's annoying people. For example, you could see at their happiness level, and you could see that news give them +5. But in reality, we have some propaganda, and I think in Europe, engineers already, they don't like this. If we come to Europe and let's click on artisans, you will see happiness continue -5. But so our news is fake, but it's not so annoying for people. So seems they accept this propaganda, all fine. But let me check about peasants. Yeah, peasants also fine with our propaganda. But as far I remember, as more developed your population become, more annoying they become from propaganda. So seems artisans not have this problem, but I think engineers will have already problem with propaganda, as far I remember. Also, time to time, Archibald, like this artificial intellect, arrived towards us, and he could buy some products from us. And we could say how many of these products we want to sell and how many we want to be on our storage. And I think we could sell about 50 for have only 100 left on our storage. I think maybe we could do the same with our products which we don't need. For example, wool. Why we need to have so lot of wool? That's not has any sense. Also, maybe we could sell fish. We have too much fish. Why not? And many other things we could do similar thing, because if our factories already reached the limit on the storage, they still require maintenance. They still working and salary still paid. For that reason, if we will sell our excessive materials, it will be not bad. Here's the same. Like why we need to have so lot sales. Or maybe instead of this, we could construct several selling shipyards, but each shipyard costs 10,000, and 10,000 that's a lot of money. But if I will start to sell my ships, I think I will don't have any problem with money, because each ship give you a lot of money. So maybe we want to construct second shipyard in which we will produce probably not military ships but civilian ships, and after we will sell these ships. Okay, we have 10,000. Wonderful. Constructing. Now we have only $60. Yes, we have beautiful empire, but we have only $60. And here we can start to construct Clipper. Also, I believe Clipper may be more fast than our flagship. I'm not sure about this, but it's still necessary to have Clippers. We need more Clippers. Some of them we will sell, some of them we will have for our own place, you know, for our own trade things. Maybe we will, instead of our flagship, we will send Clipper. Yeah, of course they don't have any guns, which means anyone can attack Clipper and conquer in case of war. But I hope our war will be fast and we will have super quickly war, and after we will have peace agreement, you know. Oops, I forget to build road here. Fine. Arthur Gasparov and George Smith decide to go at war? Oh my god. Look at this. We can change, for example, to Arthur Gasparov and he go at war with George Smith. Oh my god. Unbelievable. this is very nice. If they will kill each other, oh my god, look at this. Our communistic friend start to have also a ship of line, but it's only one ship of line, and we have already 4 of them. So we're doing really nice. And if they go at war, it's very good because it means they will destroy each other ships, because Artur Gasparov already has a ship of line. And if they will destroy each other ships, it's nice for us because we will very easily could destroy both of them after. Yeah, that's perfect plan. And I start to think about also about guns, that probably we need like produce more guns. So I want to build more, like I want to build one furnace more, in which I as well wanted to build one more weapon factory, because I see that my workers do not produce enough guns for me now. I want to have for situation that my ship of line will produce always without any delays. And right now I think I'm waiting about 3 or 5 minutes once I construct one ship of line. So in reality, time for construction of one ship is 15 minutes, and 15 minutes it's a lot. This means in 1 hour I will have only 4 ships of line, and I want to increase my militarization more fast. So I constructed more of this, and you may say to me that, oh, you have only 600 balance, and I will tell you that don't worry about it, because now we will have, I guess, our clippers, which we will sell, and we will get money from this. Also keep in mind that once I will tired to have solid guns, I could always just destroy some of my buildings, close them, because once I construct my ships, I will don't need to have guns more, because instead of build a lot artillery and protect my islands, I have planned to have very big fleet and just destroy all enemy fleet. And for that reason, I don't want to rely on guns. We have only 400 in our balance, and our balance is only 400. So we constructed one clipper which has maintained 175, but this is completely fine because we will now sell it for 7,000, and it will be a lot amount of money. And as you can see, our enemies already at war, and they are trying to destroy each other. Here was one battle as far as I see, and seems they kind of survived here, but well, this is really good for us, very good. Like yellow enemy not has almost any big ships, seems all of their ship of line were destroyed, and purple has couple, I think, ship of line, but I don't know where they are. Maybe they also were destroyed. Oh my god, I think they also destroyed. So our enemies lost a lot of ships. This is unbelievable, guys. This is incredibly cool. But also I think they can go at war in reality in America. It could happen with them. Not sure how long will be this war. Okay, I not see a lot of ships here in America, but I see damaged ships. Well, so it means our enemies are really fighting with each other, destroying each other trade, and this is very nice for us. And as you can see, they have even competition. Like this yellow guy, he bought one Iceland share of Artur Gasparov, and like he trying to conquer this, because if you buy all of these shares, you could after conquer all Iceland, which costs incredibly a lot amount of money, but you still can do it, without war, because it's capitalism, 19th century, But I prefer more, traditional way of conquer, just line ships, All right, now yeah, finally I had moment when I catch them fighting with each other. So this is Artur Gasparov and this is yellow guy. Now they shooting at each other. Yep, that's look very painful, I must say, guys. And they're trying to escape or whatever. Well, that's interesting situation, whatever. But the most important that our clipper arrived to Archibald, and we could sell it. It is 7,500. Well, this is insane amount of money. And now finally we can construct our bakeries, and we don't have any longer any problem. Perfect. So yeah, I believe that my ships is really very useful for me, especially in meaning of creating for me possibilities to get a lot of money and quite quickly. So I will for sure produce more and more of these clippers, 1,000,000%, no doubt about this. And war continue, and they destroying each other ships, and I think very a lot chance that Arthur will now lose this ship completely. Well, this is war, and this is very brutal. What do you expect, guys? And I guess last shot, and boom, now this is going down. And by the way, you have some flotsam which we can collect in reality if we're willing. So maybe we can do it, why not? Come on, let's collect it, let's stall something, maybe it was something interesting there. Enter notes. In C, what we found is where one guide which give just last 15 attractiveness. It's not sound ever interesting, but we could sell it for 3,000. So all right, we could come back to our capital and probably sell it, just for get some money for our more ship. And by the way, I see that this guy guy, George Smith, continues spoiling our relationships. And I don't know why he's doing this. So I believe I have really kind of problems with him. Oh, by the way, we have newspaper. Look at this. Oh my god, we have now 15 income percentage propaganda ability. So instead of what we're doing before, we're doing this. Plus 10, plus 10, and plus 5. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. But we don't have enough influence for this. Oh no. We have so a lot of ships and we don't have enough influence. Well, this is kind of annoying. So wait a moment. I think I need to do something. Wait a moment. I have one plan. We have 4 minutes more. Maybe I can sell some of my Iceland for get some influence back. Can I do it? Not sure about this at all, guys. Not sure. I have one ship which is somewhere here. I don't know where. Yeah, that's here. So once it will arrive, I can publish my newspaper, I think, because I could sell this ship and I will get additional influence, which I don't have because of this ship. Well, yeah, as you see, you need to have a lot of influence because otherwise you cannot use newspapers, and this is very important for us to use these newspapers because they give huge amount of additional income. So yeah, approximately we need 140 influence at least, and we have 150 each. And main reason of influence, or not reason, more correct to say, main source of influence is just people population. As more population we have more amount of influence we have. So we have here quite a lot European islands which we not develop, and I think we have a lot space here. So obviously we can construct very big and very nice cities here, and I offer you guys now try to do it, put efforts in this area. And even without newspaper, with our old newspaper, we have 1000 income, and it's happened I think mostly because of Rome, which arrived towards Europe. And this is not a lot Rome, it's very little Rome. Yes, 26 Rome only, but this is more than sufficient. And we finally could produce food, have more than enough, like 15 cotton fabric only, but you know, but it's better than nothing. So let's construct one for dealer approximately somewhere here, and let's start to produce our fur coats. This is probably the most hard product which we had ever in the game, because for get this cotton we were going to America, create plantation of cotton in America and deliver this cotton here. And also we had a lot amount of hunting cabin and island of hunt, which hunting animals. And yeah, so this is incredibly harsh. That like it's a lot like logistical thing. I mean, of course, from perspective of modern economy it's nothing, but from a perspective of our economy, you know, it's the most hard logistical product which we did even before, for that reason. Yeah. And now once we start to produce this fur coat, it will give us also additional ink. And I think our ship already arrived towards Archibald. Yeah, this is here. So we click sell this ship and we get 2 influence. So now we have equally 140 influence for get these newspaper things. All right, fine. So let's publish them. Now we have 2000 income and 2600, as you could see in this graph. This is consumption tax. For example, let me see. Yes, newspaper 2600. This is propaganda, and we get influence bonus. Oh, really interesting. Newspaper efficiency. Yes, more we spend, we're getting more and more. That's nice. And our relationship degrading very quickly with this black guy, our brother twin. And Arthur Gasparov kind of dangerous. He have also a lot of economy, but we don't have such big problems with him as with this black guy. So probably we need to go to war with this black guy, our friend George Smith. I think John Smith. All right, George Smith. Right. We will go at war with him, and yeah, something like this. Oh my god, I cannot construct more ship of land because it requires H influence, and I don't have H influence. So our total amount of ships is 5, and I think this is really small. This is insufficient absolutely for go to any war with no one. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Can we try to go at war? Well, that's a good question. Arthur Gasparov and Dr. What? They go at war also? Oh my god, look, check at this. Arthur Gasparov here at war with, okay, he has peace with George. Sorry, I will call probably yellow. Okay, that's pink guy or purple guy has peace with yellow, and he's at war with yellow. What? No, it's me. Oh my god, he has peace with me, but he at war with George and with communist. And communist now at war with Arthur. All right, wonderful. So now they between and many of wars. So, and George Smith is kind of a dangerous guy because he have very developed economy, and I think I feel scared of him the most, especially because he has quite a lot also islands here. For that reason, I want to maybe start war with him, and also he quite close to me, to be honest, like not very far, especially him. Capital, I think this is his capital. It is capital, yes, and this is not capital, this additional island. And if I will be able to destroy his capital at start of the war, it will means I will win many of our battles. Let me check how much he has. I think I can destroy. As far as I know how much attack damage doing all of these small guns. Yeah, 3023. I think even with 5 or 6 ships, if I will start to shoot him now, I will be able to destroy. So do you want to see, guys, how we'll start to war? Come on, I think that'll be really fun. So we'll call to this guy and we'll say sorry. We declare war. And now we immediately start war. So our ships now will start shoot at many different buildings. Okay, we need first, guys, shoot at some things together. Let's shoot at small. Okay, we need shoot to small maybe. Come on, shoot to small. Okay, I see that they're attacking small. It's fine. This is completely good. Oh, look at this. They almost destroyed only from one shot. This is incredibly nice. Come on, guys. Alright. Okay, one shooting more. Alright, we destroyed this gun. Okay, now we need to start to shoot at something else. Let's shoot probably at this gun. I'm super scary. I think this one ship we will lose definitely. He like has less than half HP. Alright, this is crazy. Come on, everyone shoot here. Alright, I see they're shooting in general fine, but something they're missing. And missing is not good, guys. Missing is not good. Okay, we lost one ship. Alright. Situation not look good, I must say, for sure. And why we're shooting at this big gun? Maybe we also needed to shoot at this small gun. This had more sense if we will shoot to this small gun, but alright. So we have now about 4 ships, now 5, but this will be lost immediately. So very fast this ship will be lost. Come on, small. Oh my god. Okay, we lost our ship. It's going down. Well, this is war. What you expected, guys? Sometimes you're losing something, you know. That's how it works. So 1 of 4 we shoot at this small gun, 3 ships maybe, and 1 ship could shoot at big. It'll be completely fine. 1 of your ship is under attack. Okay, they decided to attack my small ships. That's fine, not problem at all. Okay, I see that they almost destroyed this small ship, small gun. Okay, so I was greedy that I not sent all my ships to attack this small. For that reason, now we probably lose. They was able to do 1 shot more to me. Well, this is sad. So now all our ships now should shoot at this big gun, and once we finish with this big gun, we need to shoot at this port. Alright, if we will lose only 2 ships, it'll be incredibly good, because this is capital of yellow guy, of George Smith, and if we conquer this, he dead. Basically, we destroy him completely. Alright, come on, guys, shoot. Okay, we lost a ship. That's fine. This is absolutely acceptable. And now we need to shoot maybe 2 ships into this thing, and 1 ship should shoot at this gun, or maybe even 2, you know. I want to be sure that we will destroy it. What? We're not destroyed? Okay. Joshua River, they have very low moral, so they will capitulate any moment right now, I think. Come on, guys, shoot. Alright, we destroyed this gun, and now we have 3 ships absolutely alive, and we need full scale attack on like this thing. Come on, guys, full scale attack. Destroy it. Alright, finally we got it. And now we have option to claim shares, and we will just get a crazy amount of money, but it will cost a lot of influence to us. Or what we can do, we could just conquer Iceland and destroy this Iceland, and that's what we're gonna do. We conquered this Iceland completely, and we just destroyed it. Now they don't have nothing, right? And I see that he decided to deliver some of his ships. So this is his ships, only 1 ship. Really, he come with 1 ship to me. Well, this is crazy. And as you see in this game, it's not as in other games where you have Iceland and you know you have all of these resources. Once you conquer Iceland, you destroy all buildings in this Iceland of your enemy. So this Iceland completely destroyed. Where are my ships going? I don't know, guys, that's weird. Please, can you attack? All right, we destroyed this. So, and I don't need to have this Iceland, absolutely. It's just not interesting for me at all. I think I can just sell all of this. I will sell it towards a queen. So each of them costs 2000, which is completely fine for me. And now I think it's still my Iceland, but I'm not sure how to destroy this Iceland. Oh yeah, I need to just click delete, right? And I destroyed. I get 15,000 for materials which were in this Iceland, and this is perfect. Now if we look at diplomacy, we could see George Smith economy is 9, and before it was 19. We completely wipe out his economy. He no longer has economy. He no longer has any ability to fight with us. And now I will just send all my ships. Okay, he is sending 2 ships to me. Well, this is fine. You could do as you wish, as your choice. Now I will need just send all my ships to repair, and once I repair my ships, I can go to destroy 2nd and 3rd Iceland of him. Come on, guys, show me how you do it. Look at this. He has 2 frigates, and he going to attack at war with me with 2 frigates. Look at this amount of shelling which we have. This is crazy. I don't know what they're doing. They have 2 frigates and going to attack on 3 6-line ships. We have so a lot more guns than you guys. This is crazy what you're doing. Just check this out, guys. Boom. I sound a small kill now. Okay, now they figure out that this is very bad for them, and they're trying to escape, guys. But this is mistake. Probably you will no longer able to escape. I will do everything possible for destroy you guys. Okay, maybe 2nd ship has ability to run away from us. This is completely fine. If at least 1 ship will go down, that will be happy for me. Less enemy enemy ships have enemy, I'm more happy, you know. So now we send all our ships here, and we could construct something for repair ships here, which will automatically repair ships, I think. Oh no, repair crown, sorry. Yes. And once we construct it, we can send ships here, and they will destroy any potential, sorry, it will repair all ships which will be in a radius of activity of this thing, which is completely nice for us. And I finally found some additional influence because my population start to expand, and I have ability to construct maybe 2 more ships or even 3 ships offline, and it means I will have such heavy superiority on ship offline that no one will be able to compete with me. And now this is island absolutely empty. If they wanted, they could come and colonize this island again, but because I have such big fleet, I could any moment come and just conquer this island when I want. So, and as you can see here, they have some guns on these islands, but this is very little guns, you know, it's not as before, so probably will be very easy to wipe out all of this small island of this George Smith, and he will out of Europe. And the conquest of this island give us so lot money, and because we automatically sold also items, you know, and we have like 50,000 right now and 3,400 like of income. I mean, this is crazy. Well, this is amount of income is obviously not for conquer Iceland, is because we start to produce fuel, and we need to have a little more artisans, and we'll be able to construct university. And once we construct university, it means we will start to have ability to produce engineers. So we're very close to achieve our new level of development of our society. But by the way, already artisan houses look incredibly good. They are very enjoyable to see, I think. But also keep in mind, because we destroyed like his main island, he don't have any opportunity right now to produce guns or like anything. Like he again colonized this island, but he don't have right now money and resources for construct anything, I think. And he constructed already here shipyard, and he started to produce steel, as I see here in this new island, second island which left of him. But this is a very expensive manufacturer, and he don't have a lot resources for production. So it means he's not dangerous right now for us for a very long time, because with such small village which he control, he cannot do nothing. Of course, he owned a lot land in America, and he's still kind of dangerous in long term, but we have absolutely now free time for repair our ships and go to war with him later. Alright, as you can see, our ships arrived and repairment of them started, which is incredibly nice. And we're still producing clippers without any problems. We will sell these clippers, and with this gave us even more and more money. Oh my god, we have so lot of money that is just unbelievable. Also, our city, as you will see, keep growing and growing. It's become a lot more bigger than before. Well, mostly it's happened because of peasants. I need peasants for many things. So, but still, that's kind of impressive, I think. Also, I decided to increase a weapon factory productivity, for we produce even more guns. We'll produce now in total 4 guns every minute, which is unbelievable good results, because I want to construct more and more ships. I need many ships. We constructed 1 ship more, so now we'll have 4 ships again. And I think this is completely fine for destroy all over left islands, which has yellow. But to be honest, I don't see a lot of point to destroy all his islands. Maybe 1 island, like this is the most important island, will be sufficient for destroy. But also here exists some manufacturing, so maybe I need to destroy 2 of these islands. And while I will doing this, I will still producing more and more ships for prepare war with other competitors. Enemy ships started already to attack. Sorry, it's not enemy ships, it's, by the way, enemy guns started to attack our ships, but we very soon come to them and will reply towards them as well. One of our ships come us more close towards these guns, I believe so. We don't want to fight so far from sea, from land, sorry. Okay, I think we are good, so we'll start shoot from this place, and they for some reason decide to shoot at this small ship. I don't know why. What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? Alright, as you see, we don't have super efficient range, and key problem here is that we need arrive, and as close as possible we'll have more powerful attack. And while we fire, we don't have powerful attacks. No, that's the main problem here. Come on, guys, let's shoot. Okay, I think we cannot close for destroy them now, and this ship probably will lose. So you see, even such conquests are quite problematic because we're losing ships. Maybe I could try to move away this ship. I don't know, maybe I don't have time to do it, but I will try. That's the problem, that this thing is repairing them. So I guess we need to destroy this repair crown, which repairing guns or whatever. Oh, my ship fall. Okay, I see some enemy frigates which arrived towards help them, but that they could be really handful, I think. So maybe we will lose all our fleet here. I'm not sure about this, guys, not sure about this. I'm trying to do my best, you know. But we'll see how it goes. So probably we could destroy the ships as well. Well, that will be hard fight. I heard that I could buy here one frigate. It's cost, by the way, not so a lot of money, only 20,000. So I could buy this frigate and send towards help. Maybe it will help. I don't know. I will think about this. Well, this is really super annoying that this repairing thing is still repairing. I'm trying to do all possible for destroy this thing. Oh my god, this is looks super bad. They really have only 3 guns, but they destroyed already one my ship completely, and they will destroy our second ship. Oh my god, how it's possible that I lost? But well, you know, this is moments when you come to a situation where you're like, you know, like I want to have 3 PT, 3 of peace. Can I do it? No, he don't want a peace now. He want to fight with me now. Well, of course you won my battle. Well, so can I put out this ship maybe? All right, so I lost battle, and I don't know, it's happened. It's quite strange. I first thought that my 4 ships were absolutely sufficient for winning these battles, but seems no. Now I think I will completely lose because yeah, I cannot win this battle. This is impossible. Even if my frigate maybe will arrive. Maybe my frigate, if my frigate arrives, maybe. I'm not sure about this, but my frigate is there. Okay, let's look very hard battle. Yeah, not has sense for I move this ship because he will anyway sink. So I'll just let this ship die and try to destroy, I don't know, something. Small ships, at least I could try to destroy with enemy. Oh, that's very sad. Alright, and my last ship now falling down, destroyed, and it means we no longer has any opportunity to, I mean, do nothing. Yeah, we completely lost. It was our last big ship. Now we have only one small frigate, which above for 20,000. We don't have any more ships. And that's look incredibly sad, guys. I must say for sure it's looking incredibly sad. So like we invested a lot amount of our money, a lot of our resources. Like we created kind of imperialistic society, you know. And also, all right, one ship constructed. One finally. Thank you guys, at least for one ship. But we need a lot more than just one ship. We need 10 ships. I don't know how much we need. Yeah, we have big troubles now. So we created society oriented on imperialism, and our imperialism failed. I mean, we kind of destroyed main island of our enemy, and it was incredibly successful. He has now only 12 economy, so his economy completely destroyed. But while we were destroying our enemy, our other potential competitor and potential enemy, for example, Artur Gasparov, he increased his economy more, and our communist is also continuing increasing his economy. So fact is that we spend a lot of resources on this war. We lost all our ships, and we no longer has any opportunity to continue this war. And more of that, as we see, this guy George Smith, he don't want any peace. He want to continue fight with us, which is incredibly annoying, you know. And if you like it how we played, if you like it how I was playing, you could put like and subscribe, because my auditory usually play Victoria 3, and I don't know how you will react on Anno video. So if you wanna, I can try to continue play this campaign. For example, I could try to build economy, spend more money. I could try to figure out how to solve this problem, maybe rebuild my fleet and try to go at war again or continue this war. So if you wanna foresee second part in which I will try to rebuild my fleet and continue develop my society, because we're not finished game yet. We only in half of the game. We need build university, and after we'll have engineers. We now only artisans, and in game exist engineers and investors. For that reason, we only half in the game, not full in the game. For that reason, if you wanna continuation of this playthrough, put like, subscribe. If I will see a lot likes and a lot of views, I will continue, or I will have more, because now I'm very depressed. I lost my fleet, I failed, and I don't want to play more. Yeah, that sounds as a small child, but you know, everyone of us is small child sometimes, because you must understand that I was building this fleet for the last 2 or 3 hours of real time, 2 or 3 hours of real life. You were building fleet, and now you lost all of this fleet, and that's very depressing. So I need your motivation for I continue play. For that reason, put like, subscribe. Also, thank you for my supporters, people who support my channel. I appreciate your help, guys. Bye bye.